Hi, friendarinos. Welcome back to Dergy be playing Persona 5 Royal. So, I left Mementos, and I'm about to leave Mementos, and I do believe this is new dialogue, and we're also going to be continuing to just, go through the story triggers and spend our time as wisely as I can, as I know how to. As per my gameplay goals. In between, so let's keep going, friends. Jose said, Jose, I'm not sure if he ever pronounced his own name. But all I know is I keep wanting to call him Jose. But I know that, I think that's grammatically incorrect for Spanish. I don't know almost anything about Spanish. But, I know almost nothing about Spanish. But, pretty sure that if I was speaking in Spanish, it'd be Jose. And so maybe it's Joe's. I don't know, people. Do you know maybe how this is supposed to be pronounced? Does he actually say his name at some point or something, and I just forgot? Because I'd like to know. Voice act his name. I have no idea. Jose said flowers disappear once you leave Mementos. The amount of flower, but I'm just gonna keep calling him Jose because that's what keeps popping in my head. So I apologize if that bothers or offends anyone, but it's just what's happening right now. The amount of flowers you've collected so far is 9. Okay, yeah, that's a pittance. I'm just gonna leave. Now returning to the real world from Mementos. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for being awesome. Yay. We did a lot of things there. I like the infiltration logs. It's a nice boost of, oh hey, I did all these things. I'm pretty exhausted from going to the metaverse. Let's just take it easy here instead of going out. Okay. And, generally, this is what's gonna happen. Metaverse or palace. After exploring the metaverse will leave you drained, so it's best not to travel far afterwards. You can, however, spend time with LeBlanc in your room, so plan accordingly. At least you could do things instead of just go to sleep on these days now.
You're back. Yo.
Another box came for you.
Hey!
What'd you get? Mega fertilizer. Garden energy.
Oh!
Must be what you ordered off TV. I believe this also means that you can keep going with Sojiro's social link if you are coffeeed up enough for that. But yes, and speaking of coffeeed up enough, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna brew well, I say that. I feel like I should study, because exams are happening, right? At all. I feel like it does affect you, your knowledge level, I think it affects. And I probably should have been studying more, in general. I'm gonna study.
Now listen up.
What do you want to do?
Make sure your clothes up.
Hey!
Yeah, now we're just still 1. I want to get everything up to 2. So I'll keep doing that. I don't know what that error is, friends. It just keeps happening. Doesn't seem to affect the game, though, so that's good.
It looks like you're attending school seriously.
For some reason, I look at you and I'm like, God damn. In my head canon, he is already very attracted to her. Because, again, canon, girlfriend. But, right now is more suspicious of her than anything for obvious reasons. She's clearly kind of onto us, at least a little bit. And she's going to be really onto us not too far from now.
You also seem pretty close with Takamaki-san if you're both coming to school together. You just transferred here, though. I guess you two really click.
And she's, like, the way that tone, I guess you two really, like, she knows. Like, she's probably more than anyone, like, okay. These two both were affected negatively by Kamoshida, and so was Ryuji. Those two are hanging out together. You know, Kamoshida's been had. I mean, he confessed himself, so that probably doesn't add up to her or really anyone to some degree or another, but yeah, Makoto's freaking a genius, man. We're in the same class. I mean, we just kind of ended up hanging out, is what he's gonna say.
I see. You seemed a lot closer than that yesterday morning. I heard she was a victim of Mr. Kamoshida. But was that all there was to it?
The smug, like, you're being forced into this, Makoto. I feel like if you acted like that a little bit more and a little less smug, then maybe you wouldn't have such a hard time getting things out of us. I don't know. Like, maybe if you tried to be less forceful about it and try to actually ingratiate yourself with us. Though, she probably doesn't really know how to do that, so this is probably the only way she knows how to address this and us. And then also stalking us later, but that'll happen later. That's not yet quite.
Either way, closer inspection should clear everything up. Goodbye.
Jesus Christ, she knows. He's like, oh my god, this woman. Why does she have to be so hot? She's really onto us. Is what Joker's thinking right now.
Well, shall we begin?
The end of the Heian period marks the rise of the samurai, which I'm sure you've all been waiting for. As described in the tale of the Heike, it was a time... Heike? How's that pronounced, friends? Let me know. It was a time when all that was great would fall from grace. It wasn't unusual for the heroes of yesterday to be struck down as rebels of the present day. By the way, sympathizing with the loser or the weak is called magistrate's patronage. It's also called rooting for the underdog. That's an entirely different saying, though. That term came from Minamoto no Yoshitsune's position. And it also became a way of referring to him as well. Alright, Dergy.
Do you know the answer?
You know the time period Yoshitsune was active in, don't you? Yes, let me just check my magical notes here. The Heian period, yep, definitely.
This is it.
Yeah, I'm
Correct.
gonna be cheating on all of the ones that I'm not immediately like, yeah, I get that one. Because, yeah. I don't want to, get any of those wrong. I want the knowledge booster. I'm sure most Persona players sympathize with me like that. I just still kind of feel bad cheating about it, you know? I'd rather figure it out on my own. Especially since I played this game several times before. Not entirely, but... I've beaten... I think I've beaten the original twice. Don't quote me. Definitely once. I've gotten far in it at least 2 or 3 times. I've gotten far in Royal at least once. Well, I don't know about far since all I really did was get towards, not even at the end of the base game before we get to Kasumi's stuff at all. However, in the centuries that followed, Yoshitsune became more popular as a tragic hero. Wow, really? Durgan-kun seems kinda smart, doesn't he? Aw, thank you.
Nice going!
I try to be. Oh, you must be really smart to be able to answer a question like that. Why, thank you, Margata. Ah, there we go. We finally have dose knowledge.
All right.
Yeah. Your knowledge has increased from oblivious to learned. I'm a learned Durgan. Yeah. Rather than siding with the one who has overwhelming power, people prefer the underdog opposing them. It's sort of like rooting for a minor league baseball team instead of an all-star major league one.
Yep.
I can understand that. It's like, if I don't root for them, then who will? Yeah, exactly. And I tend to do that too, especially since I feel like the underdog in most of my day-to-day life. Though, maybe that's just learned helplessness to a degree, and I think that, yeah, that's a huge thing that I'm still working through. But yeah, I think it's a good thing to do so.
What are your thoughts?
If you're confident in your exams, you could always liven the day up and head to Mementos. It'd be nice if we could get some info into Target before we went, though.
Hey!
Hey, we haven't visited that doctor in a while. She's been helping us out quite a bit. Make sure to swing by once in a while. Keep a good relationship. But, alright, since both An and Ryuji want to hang, I'm definitely farther with Ryuji than An, though, right? Let me, like, double check that, but I'm pretty certain. Not stats, content, no? Yeah, on 4 Ryuji 2, or on 2 Ryuji 4, so yeah. I wanna get her at least up to 4 before I decide who else. Like, I'm gonna focus on her for now, when I can, so. Hey, come with the method to strengthen my heart. It's kinda hard to do by myself. Will you train with me? I feel like I can become closer with An thanks to the lover's persona Ame no Uzume. I feel like my bond with An will grow stronger soon. So, what do you think? Will you spend some time with Lady An? Train with her? Okay, thanks. We'll be going to Inokashira Park. It's really big. Let's meet up in Shibuya and head over together. Inokashira Park. Inokashira? Again, I'd like to learn more Japanese pronunciation from y'all if y'all can help me with that. Flourishing with natural beauty, this park is the pride of Kichijoji. Again, pronunciation, I'd like to know. A natural respite. Get away from the stress of city life. Couples often ride boats in the pond.
All right.
You now have information on a new hangout spot, Inokashira Park. You can also invite people who may like it there to hang out with you. I'm not sure how that mechanic works and how you can do that, but man, big open places like this are great. I think my training is going to go super good today. So remember how I said before that I want to strengthen my heart? Let me make sure of something, friends, real quick. Yeah, okay, my battery's Gucci. Okay, wanted to make sure that my controller battery wasn't gonna go weird on me. Anyway, well, I came up with a way to do it. You're amazing. I got this. I think having a strong heart means you don't let anything get under your skin. So basically, I want you to say stuff to me. I'll try not to get phased by it. Kind of stuff. We've already started. I won't let that hesitation change me. Guess I should say something on. Come on, here goes your best shot. Stupid. Yeah. Responses annoying. This is mean. I'm not gonna go that route. I want to though. Like, we know it's a joking thing, right? But like, I'd rather not even, like, it feels flirty to even say that. Even in this context. I don't know. Can we stop yet? I'll do this. Oh my god, cute. Okay, cool. So that's actually the one that... I don't know if any of the others give her stuff, but yeah.
Yes!
You're a genius. I like how there's dots at the end, seemingly signifying the sarcasm. Because I don't think that's serious. That statement there. This won't help your heart, I think. You know, I kind of feel like this one will make Persona stronger. You're right. Something's not right.
Sorry.
Oof. Huh. Huh. Has that happened to you? Huh, awesome. You know, it's interesting. On sort of acts like an airhead, but she's clearly got things pretty well together. In fact, hell, I'm pretty certain that if she really, really wanted, now I don't know how this whole thing works in Japan, but she could likely just drop out of high school if that's even an option in Japan, and just keep modeling, and then it'd be fine. I'm pretty certain, but she probably doesn't want to model forever. In fact, I'm pretty certain that she brings that up at some point. But anyway, yeah, she clearly has got the modeling gig down pat. Oh, that's right, she's from Finland, the land of heavy metal, though she's probably not in that scene at all. But goddamn, Finland has some great heavy metal. Anyway, the parents didn't have enough models for their event. Oh, I haven't told you? My parents are both fashion designers who put on some seriously extravagant shows. It makes sense as to why you were able to get a pretty cushy modeling gig at 16, I think she is? Don't quote me. They jump from country to country, so I only really see them for half of the year. Oof. Maybe less these days. Oof, oof. Are you lonely? I'm used to it by now. It was rough when I was little though. It was just me and our live-in caretaker. I didn't really have any friends. Well, that got dark fast. but now she's... Honestly, when I'm modeling, it always feels like I'm connecting with my parents somehow. It makes sense, considering that's where they came from, basically. It's a nice hobby to have, but I don't think I want to make a living out of it. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. After all, that's where Kamoshida first spotted me, and that's how our class started these rumors. It makes sense. It really makes sense that a perv like him latched onto her, because, there's probably grab-your shots of her and stuff that he got hold of, and then was like, ooh, maybe I can have her. Like, fuck you, dude. Anyway. Guys, Phantom Thieves are more important to me right now. Nobody can be my substitute. Aw, cute. Yes! So I need to get stronger, so I can whip more shadows more awesomely. Since heightened motivation from on. Or being on, I'll get good free wheat. Chance to perform a follow-up attack if Joker's attack nods down the enemy.
Alright.
Your level's capped down has increased to rank Tracer. You will now earn more XP from Arcana Burst when fusing personas in the level's Arcana. Yai. When can I use follow-up? Double Yai.
Oh yeah!
When I was little, I used to watch this anime where the main villain was this female thief. She'd lose to the hero every time, but I always thought she was cool. She wasn't really a good person, per se, but she was beautiful, strong, sincere, and even sexy. She always said whatever she wanted, did whatever she wanted. She knew what justice was for her. I wanted to grow up to be just like her someday. Aw. Hope I'm getting closer now, if only just by a little bit. Aw.
Bye!
I'll see you later. Hey, it's me. Thanks for coming with me. Oh, on your bean. Thank you for hanging out with the Dergy. So after we meet up, I tried to do some runway walks on the way home. Like how cool, sexy women walk. Some girls watching me nearby started to copy me. One way walked with me. She had to have seen me, right? Do you think she thought I was cool? Could be. It's almost enough to make me blush, kinda. To be honest, I kinda feel bad for her. She has no idea that the real me is a human disaster. Oof. Like I just talked about, I think you have it more together than me or Ryuji. Than Joker or Ryuji here, frankly. I guess still got a long way to go, but I'm not giving up. Honestly, I think that it's a good thing to decide that you're always going to have a long way to go and that that's okay. And that just continuing to try to improve yourself as best as you can, while just taking care of yourself and others at the same time. As many, your family and your friends and as many people as you can, in the ways that you can, and if you can't, you need to work towards being able to. And then once you're there, you need to work towards being able to do it better and being able to, get a little bit more ahead in life in a way that isn't entirely selfish, that has a meaning to it that includes some sort of service to other people, even if it's, you know, just entertaining. I mean, hell, I mean, I love the idea of entertaining. Why do you think I'm making these videos, you know? I mean, so, you know, I believe in you on... I made decisions that I'm gonna get stronger, so I need to overcome my obstacles. I believe in on... Thanks for hearing me out. Okay, bye. On is being Oliver.
Ah, you're back.
Exams soon. Exams are coming up soon. You're not getting a jump on studying without me, right? If you're gonna do it, want to do it together? I'm in serious trouble. Oof. Okay, it looks like it looks like I can hang out with friendos at evenings now. Yeah, since I'm continuing to, yeah, and since that's a huge help. Wait, oh yeah, the diner Shibuya. Okay, so cool. Now I can start hanging out with my friendos in the evenings. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm starting to get the hang of this, so that's what I do with this one too. My answer good. Yeah, what did I mess up on? Let's try starting over. Who I strict? Support and revisit review with increment. Yeah. Ding.
Yeah.
Oh, here, if I just fix this. Whoa, problem solved. Freaking amazing. Aw, thank you. I'm gonna go grab a refill. Solving my questions got me real pumped up. Me and he.
Wanna head back?
Guess we should go home. Hey, Ryuichi's actually pretty into that. See, studying is not so bad once you just make yourself do it. I feel that from high school, man. Once you're like, okay, fine. Usually it's not so bad, you know? Just, you know, continuing to procrastinate is probably only gonna fuck your grades up, so, you know. I just wish I learned that in high school at all. To a degree where I actually studied, but, I mean, I still would, you know, past high school okay. I'm just... And the kinds of things that you focus on in school aren't really what I want to be focusing on. I wanted to be focusing on doing the things that I loved and not having all this time taken up by things that I didn't love. And hell, that's where I'm at right now, and I love it. So yeah, because I love the things I'm doing, because, you know. Anyway. I'm just glad I'm out of school, frankly. I feel like school really needs to change, but I don't know if it will unless there's a dramatic society-wide change. It probably is not going to happen very quickly, but who knows? All I know is it's for reasons like this that I don't feel like I should ever be a father. I might change my mind on that. I'm only 26 years old, but like by 26 a lot of people are already parents, you know. And I know that the years where it's, you know, optimal to be a parent are arguably dwindling right now for me, but there's the fact that I don't really have myself together. I still live with my parents. I'm not financially sound enough, even close, and won't be probably for a good while, maybe, who knows. Unless I get lucky, you know, to be able to support a child, and even then, you know, if I have the financial wherewithal, I'm likely more apt to start using that money for continuing to create things and that sort of a thing. And if I have a partner at that point in time, I don't know, man. I probably will sit down and have this discussion of I don't know if I want kids at all, you know. But anyway. Moving on. I can't believe this. School assembly during exam week? The hell are they thinking? It's the day after tomorrow, right? I wonder if it's going to be about Mr. Kamoshida again. I can't believe the school's messing with our schedules like this. I don't care what it's about. It's going to have nothing to do with us students. I wish they'd stop dragging us into their mess.
Seems pretty rough.
Mandatory assembly during exam week, huh? Sounds rough for all of you.
Well,
Now
shall we
then,
begin?
let the first day of exams begin. What historical figure inspired the idiom of favoring the magistrate? Oh yeah, I can't look at them. It was Minamoto no Yoshitsune. I'm pretty sure that is what his name was.
Ooh, we can
There
do
we go.
this.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna look it up for tests, but yeah. Since you can't look it up in game, I'm not gonna look them up for tests. There we go. I feel bad. I feel less bad about cheating now. It's an in-game cheat, so is it really a cheat? A lot of people will say that no. If the game makes it that easy, then it ain't a cheat. In fact, heck, quite a few things in Persona 5 could be considered cheats if you want to pull technicalities. Because P5 is honestly dumbed down in gameplay difficulty. But that doesn't bother me like I know it bothers some people. But like, hell, it doesn't bother me at all. In fact, I prefer this game because it's easier. You know why? I have mental difficulties that make it harder to play games. That's why games are so fulfilling to me specifically, because it's just harder for me to get into them. But there's a set of rules that once I grasp them, I'm like, yes, I'm actually doing something right. And it's a hard set of rules, unlike life. So I don't know. And then there's also the fact that it's fun. And I also get a lot of creative ideas from it, and it helps me get into a flow state. And there's so many good things about video games for me. They're my therapy. They used to be a distraction from all my problems, but now they're something that helps me, push through my problems, because I've changed my lens about them, and it's very powerful in a positive way that I have done so. Anyway, let's see, an essay question? This looks tough, but let's calm down and think it through. Provide the reason why Minamoto no Yoshitsune is viewed as a hero. By the way, think about it. So, the room should be dead silent or so, right? Yeah, except for, the sound of pencils writing things, right? So, clearly he's like whispering to us, I guess, right now. But someone's got to hear under our desk at some point, right? Come on. It just seems really weird that Morgana wasn't discovered and kicked out of the school. Or that whenever we walk in, teachers at this point are like, alright, let me show me your bag. Oh, there's the cat again. Yoink, throw out the door, why hasn't that happened yet? Why doesn't that happen for the whole game? Spoilers. I don't know. It's convenient, but, Morgana being there for us all the time is a huge plot device that they use. So I get why they don't address that, but I just feel like it should be addressed more than it is. Because Morgana's so obvious. That dude behind us at least should realize there's been a cat in our desk every goddamn day by now. But he doesn't snitch on us the whole game. Thank you, dude. Anyway. Yoshitsune had a brother, right? I think his name was... I think it's this one. Yeah, that's the one. There we go. Yoshitsune worked under Yorimoto. He did a lot of work for his brother, but they ended up coming into conflict. In the end, when they had to oppose each other, Cripole. Yorimoto one? Yeah. Oh yeah, the Yorimoto one. There we go. Okay, good. We only lost Yoshitsune is the one who went down in history as a hero. It's probably because people tend to sympathize less with figures in power and sympathize more with the weak. Yeah, not just any weak person, though. People love rooting for an underdog who stands up to powerful oppressors. And Yoshitsune did that to his brother. So the reason Yoshitsune is treated as a hero is because he stood up against the powerful Yorimoto.
Yep.
He finished in time. In fact, hell, people could call us underdogs from what we're trying to do, especially once we start getting involved with everyone from the freaking Yakuza to the freaking Japanese government, but that'll be later.
Let's get started.
Which brain function is responsible for the phenomenon of seeing an illusion in this figure? Oh yeah, it looks like A is shorter than B, but it isn't really. It's really interesting. cognition, I do believe.
Ooh, we can do
That
this!
sounds about right. There we go. I'm remembering these things. Feels Gucci. Which of the following maps can you paint without any adjacent areas being the same color? Both. Anything can
Ooh,
be.
we can do
With
this!
4 colors. Yay.
Okay, class, let's get started.
Name the book that defined malefactor as the chief factor in the progress of the human race. Digital Devil Story. Nice self-plug, Atlas. Nice, nice self, what's that called? Self-advertising. No, there's a term for it. I don't think I'm actually saying. I don't remember. Devil's Dictionary, I do believe.
Ooh, we can do this!
Here we go. A character archetype refers to a mysterious and seductive woman, particularly with ulterior motives. Fucking hot. I mean, what? I'm not into that at all. Hell, what are you talking about? Put down.
Ooh, we can do this!
I mean, honestly, Makoto's sort of a femme fatale right now. Let's be honest. I like her better when she's on our side, but I also it is sort of hot to me how she's being kind of aggressive toward us just because I'm one of those dudes, I guess. School-wide assembly at this time of year, really? Think we can bring our flashcards in? Kamoshida is just one of the many things wrong with this school. I've got to hurry home and study. That Kamoshida is still causing trouble even when he's gone. I've noticed that during exam time, the school, gossip is shown, but...
Ever since that specific
Is it just exam time, or is it just during the school day, and then, the evening times is when the city is shown, and all the stuff people are thinking there? I don't remember. I think it's just honestly just points at the story. To highlight what everyone's, gossiping about and everything like that. Hold on, he's already voice acted that, so I'll just,
We believe the mental health of our student body is absolutely vital, so we've acquired the services of a therapist.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this entirely is new for Royal, even this scene. Because this, guy that's about to be introduced is a new character for Royal.
The floor is yours,
who I need to start confidenting with right away.
Isn't he hot?
Oh my god, really? Just... That's what all the girls think immediately? Oh my god, really?
It's nice to meet you all.
How much of that did he hear? How does he think about all the girls going, ooh, hot? Like...
Whoa, his voice is sexy.
Oh my god. Stop, like... You do realize he's older than all of you, right? Like... I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know that doesn't stop anyone from, like, being attracted to older people like that, but it's still weird to me. I don't know. But, like, why is that immediately what... Oh, yeah, I don't know, man.
My name is...
Okay, yeah, I'm honestly gonna skip this. You know why? He does a lot of embarrassing and goofy things, like I do, and...
Yo.
He reminds me of really uncomfortable feelings because I feel him, and he's probably he's probably the most relatable character that was added by Royal. Actually, are any characters except for Kasumi and him, and also, I know Kasumi's sister is also added by Royal, but yeah.
You ever expect this place to actually give a shit about our mental health?
Well, our school's made national news. Maybe they figured they'd look even worse if they didn't do anything for us.
Yeah, I think this is I mean, especially with Kobayakawa in charge and how how we know, like, the kind of snaky things he's done, that's probably the most likely scenario, that it's not really about us, it's about the school's reputation. Because bald asshole doesn't want the school's reputation to be soured, and that's all he fucking cares about. Fuck you.
And Dr. what's his name?
Maruki.
Yeah, wasn't that guy just basically clowning it up on stage? You really think he'll do us any good?
Ryuji.
He's right there, you doofus.
Hey there. Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san, right? And that must make you.
Durgan-kun, yes, that's me.
How do you know our names?
Well, I was informed of certain students before beginning my tenure here. Those that had, previous interactions with Mr. Kamoshida. It must have been especially tough for you after having just transferred here.
Yeah, it was.
I can definitely believe that.
So, what do you want with us?
Ah, yes. I'd forgot. I know I already offered my services to the student body earlier, but would you three be interested in counseling?
Nope, not at all.
Huh?
How's that surprising?
You were just a touch more emphatic about it than I'd expected. Ah. But if you come to my office, you can have free snacks. All you can eat.
Tell me more of these snacks.
Hey, don't fall for that.
Okay, so why are these two... Okay, if this was me, I'd be like, okay, sure, fine. Might as well. It's free. Let's see what he might do for me. Although, would high school me do that? Maybe not. Maybe it's a teenager thing. I don't know. Generally, anyway. Ish, anyway. But yeah, I just feel like them instantly being like, no, is... I don't know, man. I don't know if that's accurate. Like, I don't know about accurate. I don't know. I just feel like I would prefer an option of, yeah, okay, sure, I don't need to be lured by snacks either. But maybe it's just the whole don't trust adults thing, and that's why they're like this towards him. I don't know, I just don't think I would be. Although, again, I feel like high school me would have been, so maybe really it is just a teenager thing that they're highlighting here.
To be frank, I've been explicitly ordered to provide counseling to the students directly involved with Mr. Kamoshida. It's in the school's interests. For its students.
Ah, the school's interest, huh?
I know that asking you to be open with a complete stranger like myself is a lot. Making this mandatory wouldn't do you any good either. Might as well turn it into a worthwhile experience. Ooh, I know. If you attend my counseling sessions, I'll teach you different ways to improve your mental acuity.
Yeah, so this is actually... I think it's... I don't remember exactly what this does, but I think... I know that he gives you bonuses, just like I think everyone does. I don't remember exactly, but I know there's a gameplay reason for this. Or a gameplay benefit to him. Or a pretty big one, but I just forget what it is.
Like, ways to hone your concentration. How's... There's a...
All right. So, which way are you leaning?
I'm gonna do it.
I guess it'd just be more trouble for us if we didn't go.
There you go, Ryuji.
Yeah.
Really? Then, I guess it's a deal. I'll be in the nurse's office. Feel free to come by whenever it's convenient for you.
Well, we should get going.
Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks for taking my counseling into consideration. Now that we have a deal, I promise I'll do my best to help you.
Made a deal with Maruki. So what do they say? What does she say about him? I'm interested.
It's hard to believe an ordinary high school student could accomplish such grandiose heists. One would need a heart of steel, unaffected by outside influences, and prepared to act without hesitating. There has to be someone who helped strengthen your mental state. Sound like somebody you know? Give me a name.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity.
Yeah. Alright, so we need a counselor persona now. Because I want to start on him as soon as possible.
Sorry for keeping you like this. Well then.
This is also where we start being able to have to do Kasumi's route too, as far as I remember. I have an addendum to the earlier assembly regarding the counseling you've all been offered. The counselor will be available to you starting after school today in the nurse's office. Dr. Maruki will only be posted there through November, so be sure to speak with him as soon as you feel the need. For the majority of you, it's your choice whether or not you see him, but there are a few students I'll speak with later. Like me, probably. The school has decided. Visits Dr. Maruki will be mandatory for these individuals. It's probably like me. Yo, you guys can go for it? What, the counseling? Kinda sounds like we're being forced to. I told Maruki I'd do it, but I don't know if we're really into that. Into the idea, you know? Let's do it. Yeah. Probably better not to draw more attention to yourselves anyway. I think I'm gonna try going today. That's fine, yeah. Lydian's right. Make sure you visit him so you don't draw any attention to yourself, okay? I like these. I do like the directions with Maruki, although again, lots of embarrassment. In fact, well...
Yes.
In fact, this is on scene, right? I like how you get counseling scenes for everyone. All of your party members. Which is really cool. I like how they use this opportunity to flesh out the main party more. I really like that they did a lot of that in Royal. They seem to sit down and be like, okay, how can we make our main cast, fleshed out more? How can we do more with them? And they did a great job with that. Like, that's my favorite part of Royal, specifically, is what they did with that.
Welcome.
You here for a counseling session? Yeah, and it's not a bad time. No, it's always a good time, so long as I'm not already listening to a student. So, I'm so glad you're here. Would you care for a snack?
Well, shall we begin?
First, just relax, alright? I'm only here to listen to whatever you wish to talk about.
Yes.
Sure. No, I really only have one thing on my mind right now, anyway. I'd say that makes perfect sense. We're still open to talking with them. You could even just grab some snacks and be on your way if you wanted to. No, it's alright. I know I need to talk to someone about this anyway. It is long to listen to the super long story. Absolutely, yeah. Take all the time you need. Well, I see. That's such a horrible thing to do to someone. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get even with him for Shiho. And at first, I thought Kamoshida ought to face the same fate Shiho was going to put herself through, but later I realized that wasn't right. If he did take his own life, it wouldn't undo Shiho's suffering. In fact, it'd just give him an easy way out.
Right.
Is that so? You are quite the wise, level-headed young woman to come to son, huh? I think you got... No, I think he's right in that. I touched on that earlier. Compared to most teenagers, I'd say that she's got her shit straight. More than a lot of other teenagers, for sure. More than Ryuji. Like, he's the example of that in this game to a very, very, exaggerated comedy level degree, but still, I think it still applies. But, who's really got it together? Makoto. It's not like I did anything special, though. If I hadn't gone through my own share of hell, I didn't think I'd be so mature either, huh? I see, so what's on your mind now?
Let me think.
Just hoping Shio will get better quickly. We both suffered a lot, but I just want to get back to laughing and having fun together like used to. At this point, I don't give a rat's ass about Kamoshida. Yeah. That's a healthy outlook. Now, there's a healthy outlook. You can't change the past, but you still want to keep your chin up and press onward. Is that the gist of it? Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it'd definitely be better if none of this had happened at all, but...
Quite.
I definitely agree with you there. It's impossible to wipe every tragedy from history.
Yeah.
If only, right? Everyone would be so much happier if we could actually do that. Yeah, and he's actually trying to do that, but we'll get into that later. Oh, it seems like I lost track of time. We should wrap things up here for today. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Oh no, thank you. I feel a ton better now that all that's off my chest.
Be careful, okay?
Good to hear it. You deserve it. Feel free to stop by again anytime.
Okay,
Will
I'm
do.
gonna get
See you
going.
around. Aw. Well, I went in for counseling. You're going soon too, right, Dirk? How'd it go? Well, honestly, it wasn't as rough as I was expecting. I think you should go and just give it a shot. Dr. Maruki's easier to talk to than you think. Okay, see you tomorrow. Did you have a counsel? I mean, honestly, easy to talk to was one of the first things I would have probably picked up on from him. That's in the nurse's office in the practice building, right? I'll just pass time in the area until you're done. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. And there's Kasumi. Hello.
How are you?
Oh, hello. Are you here for a session as well? That's right. That's so. Maruki is a wonderful counselor. Aw, cute. I've actually been seeing him for a while before he ever came to Shujin. Aw. Oh, I didn't know you two were acquainted. Don't go overselling me too hard, though, Yoshizawa-san. I'm doing nothing special. Well, I need to get going. She's adorable. I love you. I love her. She's awesome. You're a good friendo.
Alright then.
Say we get started.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming. I'm a little nervous. You don't have to be so tense. We're just gonna have an ordinary conversation, that's all.
I see.
I see. Thank you. You have a good grasp of the situation you're in there, dude. Full disclosure, the school gave me a brief rundown of circumstances surrounding your transfer here. I'm doing okay now. But you weren't here before, I take it. You weren't before, I take it. And try not to push yourself too hard, okay?
So...
Now you've told me more about yourself, I think I've realized something. It seems like you've largely been able to reconcile your internal world with your external one. I should note, that's really truly impressive. Even the most adults can't reliably manage that. How to put it? You know how everyone has an internal reality, some conception of themselves they're striving for. Yeah, definitely. Or a conception of themselves that you feel like is holding you back. At least that's probably a better example of what kind of to some degree still goes on in my head, but I'm dealing with it better all the time, which is awesome.
For example?
Like wanting to be a model student or wanting to be loved and relied on. Like, yeah, I mean, okay, I get what he's saying. Yeah, I have some degree of that too. Like, just, wanting to be more charismatic, focused, on top of things, more, spend more of my time working on the things that I love and less of it stressing or worrying or procrastinating because I'm worried or stressed or whatever. And I'm doing better at that. I need to keep reminding myself that, and I am, and it's awesome. I hope. That idealized reality and the one in actuality are often far apart. That gap is responsible for a lot of people's pain. Yep, not everyone can ace their exams, and not everyone can be the heroes they wish they could be. That's true. But you start to be able to settle with the right things, and not settle with the right things, I think is a good way to put it. And then you're better able to navigate life, I would say. That's what I'm learning, I would certainly say. You've already been through so much. That kind of suffering is usually enough to twist people up into dark places, yeah? But you're standing up to it and confronting a tough, painful reality. To me, that's incredibly admirable. Then again, maybe that's a little weird for you to hear from a guy you just met, huh? But it sounds right. Not even any deflecting self-deprecation. You really are strong, Dergy.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's see. Sorry, this went on longer than I expected. I would say I'm a stronger person than I give myself credit for. I mean, at least based on what he's saying here. And again, I honestly feel like this is part of the reason why I see so much myself in Joker, is what Maruki's shining a light on here in regards to him. Somehow the conversation just took on a life of its own, I guess.
Say.
Hey, I've actually got one last request. Do you mind?
You know,
I'm actually doing certain research along my duties as counselor. It's not quite like counseling, more like a type of psychological treatment. Basically, it's a project to learn more about people's metaphorical hearts, what they think, how they feel.
How about it?
If I get far enough with it, I think it'll be able to help a lot of people, so... No, I'll need more details. Oh, sorry. Yes, my point is, I'd like to ask you with, help with that research. All you'd have to do is listen to my theories and tell me if they spark any ideas or realizations on your end. Please, any time's good for me. I can work around the schedule. And, I've got a lot of snacks, too. You can have them, they're yours. I mean, honestly, that would definitely be part of the deal for me, because I love food, damn it. Why me, though? No, you know, well, look out. Asking why me, if someone's offering you something like this, is... It continues painting this picture in your own mind of, like, someone who is unreliable and doesn't deserve things, and you just end up suffering where otherwise you should feel good because people are doing positive things for you. And that's why I now have the knee-jerk reaction of when I'm about to say something like that, I don't. Because then I feel better about the whole thing and myself, and, you know. And the other person probably feels better about it, too.
Well...
Let's see, maybe I could teach you some tips for mental training. Yeah, you did mention that before. I happen to know a lot on the subject. I'm sure I can cook up a special regimen for you. If you're dedicated enough, I'm sure you could draw it at full potential.
Thank you.
Okay, guess that's our second deal. Little Maruki is growing deeper. Detox X. When Joker is inflicted with an ailment, he may recover immediately.
Alright.
Counselor confirms release to rank 2. Increase to rank 2. Which is interesting. And you get 1 and 2 right away like this. You will now earn more XP from Arcana burst from using personas of the Counselor Arcana. Whenever he's available and you get to see him, just like Kasumi. Detox X.
I know.
Oh, right. Would it be okay if we traded contact information? I'll contact you when I got time and when I need some input from you. Alright. Let's do it.
Now.
I'd better do my part to repay you. Let's talk about mental training and presence. Let's see, first off. Thanks to Maruki's mental training, my mind feels stronger.
Alright.
Oh yeah, max SP. It increases your XP. SP, that's right. That's another reason to really be doing this. Oh, here. They're about time for a snack, right? I do believe that is also an SP item. No, actually, no, not snack. That's... They're, It's an electricity... It's probably like... It cures shock, right? Something like that? Interesting. The snacks always cure something, don't they?
Man.
Interesting. This game gives you a lot of tools from a lot of different scenarios about, you know, that kind of cover the gamut of gameplay stuff. Useful gameplay things and stuff. We really spent a long time talking to Maruki. Look how late it is. Well, if you think the sessions are worthwhile, you should try going again sometime. But we should definitely get some sleep for now. Tomorrow's your last day of exams, right? Yepity.
I should write something.
Anywho, friend of Renews, we shall leave this here for now. So I hope you all have a lovely, lovely day. Like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to, and I will see y'all in my next video. Football for now, freaks.